Report, one dog running at large, picked up and returned to the owner, and she traveled 125 miles for the town. Justice report, $28,799.
Thanks, Jane. Highway report, Jeff.
Yeah, I've got a copy of that. Of course, new building you got later on in the agenda. So the only thing I'll throw out there now that it's darker more, we went through and checked all the street lights, got a few repaired. One on the end of this road, Route 11, that's been sent in Friday. So hopefully they'll get that this week. If anybody does see one, let me know. We'll get them called in. All equipment passed New York State inspection. And that's about it other than the new building. That's that later.
Okay, thanks, Jeff. Recreation, Renee.
You guys have the two state budgets in front of you. Just waiting on the Youth Bureau funding grant that we had done. Haven't heard back from Rebecca on that. Closes at the end of December. Bottle and can drive still continues. I talked to Jeff about relocating the bin for the winter, and you said just south of the mailboxes out back would work.
Right about that.
We had talked about last year having it out there, so it'll move out back here, and people can still contact me for that. Did speak with Jeremy Elbow and returned me the deposit that should have been returned, and hit Jeff's family about the same time. So,
Jane, did you receive the check
did you check that from Jeremy?
from Jeremy?
No, I'll contact him again.
Okay.
I know his father had passed away about the same time, so
Mhm.
no would pay on it. The bathroom doors to be replaced, I did speak, those are supposed to be on order, so we should be getting a bill and having those set up to be delivered to replace the bathroom doors. We can hold them over for winter to be put in the spring for the bathroom replacement. Still working on ADA stuff. The second page gives you some highlights of some things that I'm looking forward to possibly doing in the spring to finish up, including the roof that got carried over until the spring. Children's Christmas this year is scheduled for December 10th from 1 to 3 at the fire station. Contact information is myself. There'll be some posters and flyers out and about. Children's name with the correct spelling, child's age and gender will be required. Santa will be visiting as always. Other than that, I don't have anything new at this time.
Thanks, Renee. Jane.
Zoning code, 5 building permits issued, 110 miles traveled for the town, 23 building inspections, 52 hours work, 2 fire inspections, 9 complaint follow-ups, 47 telephone inquiries. The planning board meeting, the November meeting has been canceled, and ZBA meeting is December 7th.
Thanks, Jane. Historian Ann Henderson is not here.
We collected $529, dispersed $515 to the town of Pueblo and $14 to New York State Ag Market.
At this point, we'll go to unfinished business. Jeff, could you give us an update on the highway garage?
Yeah, things are moving right along. As of Thursday, we got the binder down in front of the building. Get us through the winter. We've got today, the garage doors are going up. They should be done, if not late tomorrow, then by midday Wednesday. And then there's got the rough-in electrical inspection for either Friday or Monday. And then after that, it'll be sheet rock the week of Thanksgiving. Things are moving right along.
Okay, thanks, Jeff. The other item on unfinished business is moratorium on the freestanding solar panels. We've got this moratorium that was drafted for us. It went to county planning, and county planning came back. Dan, you should all have this letter. Dan Deneen wrote back that the town considers removing the wording building integrated and the words rooftop panels from the definition of freestanding solar panels in the proposed moratorium to allow these types of solar panels to be installed during the moratorium period as they have minimal impact on surrounding properties. Does the board have any ideas or discussions or opinions on these documents of the proposed moratorium and then the feedback from county planning?
So, so first of all, this change was one that I was really focused on making sure that we made. So I felt good that the planning board came back with that. If we make that change, Don, do we have to have another public hearing?
Again, I hate to comment on someone else's work, but it's a good question.
Okay.
Typographicals, minor changes, I would say no. Okay.
I mean, that's a
Judgment
substantive
call.
change, yeah.
Judgment call on that. I mean, obviously, it's less restrictive, right?
Wouldn't hurt.
I mean, safe side, yes, but I'm not saying that it's absolutely required. I'm not saying that.
So I mean, and the reason I was asking that is because there were some other issues that had been raised during the public hearing that weren't addressed in that. And I know that in particular, there was the issue of the kind of the penalties around it. It was viewed as kind of a criminal offense, I guess, was being built up. There we go. I mean, so these penalties seem to be rather harsh, and I know that there was some concerns about that were raised.
Right.
So if we can go through the exercise of revising this, I think we should. I wouldn't want to pass it as it stands without taking into account the planning commission or the planning board's recommendation.
Linda, Dave, do you have any comments on this,
I
one way or the other?
don't think that, I think another public hearing would be all right. I mean, I'm pretty cautious,
Yeah, and I don't see that there's a giant rush right now. It's going to be winter soon, and people aren't going to be out there.
What I would suggest that if you have in mind particular revisions to this, that you ask to have that redrafting done, and you want that version available
prior to.
prior to your public hearing.
You want the new version?
Right, you should have that before you have your public hearing, because again, it's a public hearing on a proposed local law.
Right.
So you gotta have that, obviously.
Right. Well, I don't think, from what I'm hearing right here, I don't think we're in a position to vote on this tonight, is what I'm hearing. Okay, so we will continue working on this. We will probably have another public hearing based on a revision, and we will pick it up next month. New business, upgrade to the website. Don?
So I've had some back and forth with Sue Scott, who is our website developer, and so a couple of things. She was kind of going in a direction from a technology standpoint that I felt was not in the town's best interest in the long term. And it's exacerbated by the idea that she is considering retiring within the next couple of years or so. And so that would leave us using some tools and technologies that nobody in this region is really familiar with. And so I suggested that we postpone the project. She's suggested that we begin the work to find a new web developer, and that we take the new project and have the new web developer do that. And that way we'll have somebody for potentially a longer relationship than we would
Makes
have with
sense.
Sue. That way we're not spending money with somebody on something that is in their mind and they know, but then they walk out the door and we're stuck with redoing it all from
Do you
scratch.
recommend anybody or?
She gave us a couple of names, but I wouldn't call, I mean, she just said, here's some people that
Not
are
really
in
a
the area,
recommendation,
but
just
not a
people that do it.
recommendation. Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I thought over the next couple of months, I'll put together a list of folks and we can put together a little bit of an RFP and go through that process.
Okay.
It'll be kind of in the $2,000 to $3,000 range. So I'm assuming that that has to go out to bid. Is that?
Well, you've got your procurement policy that, so I wouldn't have to go out to formal bid, but I
Okay.
think you've got to solicit one or two in writing. I have to go back and take a look
Okay.
at it.
Okay.
There's different requirements for different amounts.
Okay.
I think we need 3 bids, anything over $2,000.
Okay.
I'd have to look it up.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll start to put together kind of an outline of
Okay.
what the RFP might look like and who the bidders might be and that we would solicit. And of course, we can open it up to anybody. But
Do you have something else to say, Tim?
yeah. So separately, I was in touch with the group Center State CEO that put together the bid for the Amazon headquarters. Now, look, I don't have any grand expectations that Amazon's going to select Central New York for their headquarters. But having said that, those guys said that they were out soliciting input from town or support from towns. And so I offered that we would discuss their bid tonight, just briefly. So they've got a bid, and I'm going to propose that we sign a letter of support just of their
Sure.
bid. It'll go in their packet to Amazon or in their pitch to Amazon.
Yeah.
Who knows if they'll? Who knows? But I mean, Amazon could do stranger things, and this area actually has a pretty compelling story. Particularly when you look at our drone technology in the region and Amazon's goals to get heavily into that area. So, I mean,
We should do our
crazier,
part.
crazier things have happened.
Yeah,
but
right,
yeah,
right, right.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I propose that we send this letter. Should I read it or?
You can read it.
Yeah. So on behalf of the town of Preble, I am writing to enthusiastically support the Central New York bid for the new Amazon headquarters. Central New York has a long history of innovation and an industrious population. In addition, we are blessed with bountiful natural resources that provide unparalleled recreational resources, helping to provide meaningful work-life balance. We are excited to support this proposal, and if awarded, look forward to being a part of this effort. Sincerely, James Doring. So I move that we send this letter off. It needs to have the correct address and title in there, but we'll get that from the Center State CEO guys.
Okay. We have a second.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, carried.
Very good.
Good. Okay, we need to approve the 2018 budget for the town of Preble. We had a public hearing last week or the week before,
We
On
can
the-
go today.
a week ago today. Yeah, and so we have all the input that we need. Does anybody want to approve the budget?
I make a motion that we approve the 2018 budget.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Carried. We received $92,711.56 for third quarter sales tax. And we also received, I don't think I told you this yet, Jeff, $4,488.13 for the county plowing.
Mhm.
So that program is still going. They wanted us to respond to them by October 30th, that the letter in the fall. And none of us got in touch with each other, so I guess it's continuing until
So
we,
it's through this year anyway.
it's through this year,
Yeah.
right.
So that's a gimme. But
Right.
it's,
But we haven't responded to them.
and my point to Jim was that, it's a 5-year contract, and a lot of things change in 5 years. 4 years ago, when we signed the original contract, you see what, the condition of a few of the roads that we plow for them. And I noted to the board that it seems ironic that the town or the county maintains the roads better that they plow for themselves than the ones the town plows for them. Just a coincidence.
Mhm.
So if it's I told Jim I would rather see it drop back to like a 2-year extension of this
Mhm.
contract and then see if they can keep up working on these roads. It's about the only arm we have to try to get the county to fix some roads around here, is to, hold their feet to the fire a little bit.
Mhm.
And they can't, in the current situation, we know the county doesn't have any money. I'm not ignorant to that, but if they can at least repair them in a little better sense than they have been.
Put some shoulders on.
Yeah. It's nice to have a little on. If we sign a 5-year contract right now, I don't think you'll see any county road work done up here for 4 years. That's my gut feeling. Because that's kind of what they did with this contract when we signed it. Now all of a sudden they've done some work up here. So. that's
So we'll
a-
hold off on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't have the resources nor the manpower or the equipment to start taking over. And we're not the only town. Cincinnati's turned their roads back over to them
Mhm.
because they wouldn't take care of them. They're tearing trucks up over there. It wasn't even the end of their contract. A couple other towns are looking hard at it. And it's not that, I think it's a good thing, but I think they need to hold up their end of the bargain. I think there's 7 ways the county can get out of this contract, and there's technically only one way we can. It was written by a county attorney for the good of the county, and I want to make that a little more even. So,
Okay, thanks for your comment, Jeff. At this point, we would like to open the meeting up for public comment, questions from the public, comments from the public. Anybody could have their say at this time.
Yes, I got one.
Okay,
I had an ad in the paper that Mr. Sosha is not gonna be here for 7 months. Why is he on the town board? This year, he's been missed this meeting, and he's gonna miss one more, a half a year out. And his next year, he's already got 5 that he's not gonna come to. That's January, February, March, April, and May. And probably the end of the year, because he goes to Florida. Why doesn't he resign and give us some support that the people need here? He's not here. Yes, he gives his address, but if you want him to look at something, he's in Florida. How's he gonna do it?
it's a good
I know
comment.
there's nothing you can do, but I think he should realize if he took a job to be there, if he knew he wasn't going to be, don't take the job.
Mhm. Good, it's a good
And
comment.
I'm not the only one. I've heard it a lot of them say.
Mhm. Good comment. Anybody else?
the other thing I didn't mention was the
Yes.
board. I gave you, it's the new copy of the highway inventory. Shows all the roads within the town. And on the second page, it's got the county roads within the town.
Mhm.
So you can take a look at that.
Okay.
And I think that's it.
Okay, if anybody would like a copy of that sheet that Jeff just talked about, we can certainly get you a copy of that. Might be interesting to see what roads are in the town, what roads to take care of. Anybody else?
Quick question, Jeff. How many miles of road do you plow for the 4,400?
Breaks down to just around 4 miles.
4 miles. That's
Well, and that's broken down different because it's, we get different payments, different times.
oh,
We
okay.
get 2 payments and then in the spring we'll get a 3rd.
Okay.
So it's not just one, yeah, we get just under 18,000 total for the year.
Your plow blade, where would be?
Yeah, we can use that up pretty quick, right?
Okay.
Good question.
Just one comment on the moratorium.
Mhm.
Thanks for postponing it
Mhm.
and more input.
Mhm. Well, we think that we have to think about it a little bit more and sharpen up the wording a little bit more. So
I agree.
that's what we're gonna do. But in the meantime, our committee will still get together,
December.
still discuss the issue of freestanding solar panels and the possibility of solar farms. And like we said earlier, we're not trying to limit rooftop mounts or residential mounts. It's more the solar farm issue. So that's what we're trying to focus on. Tarky?
Yeah, I actually have 2 things, but they're very different.
Okay.
One is just on I just wondered if the solar committee that was working on the ordinance was gonna be providing some feedback, just like a report at some time in the future.
I believe we will be doing that. We only had one meeting since we had our new and revised committee. So, and that was more of a general kind of topic and discussion. So as we fine tune it a little bit, we'll be reporting back on the results of that.
That sounds great.
Okay.
And the second thing is very different, but I had talked about the National Fish and Wildlife Fund,
Mhm.
the grant that we received for the Chesapeake Bay, and those reports are going to be presented at 2 meetings, and I just wanted to be sure everybody knew about them. One is going to be tomorrow night at the Homer Center for the Arts at 7 p.m., and the other is going to be Wednesday at the Tully United Community Church, also at 7. They're the same presentation, but it just gives people an opportunity to choose one place or the other.
Okay. Thanks, Tarky. Anybody else with a comment or a
Yeah,
question?
one more.
Okay.
That legal notice that's put in the paper about missing these 7 meetings, who's paying for that? The town?
Well, the town does pay for every legal ad that goes in the paper.
I mean, to advertise for he's missing 7 months, it's not right for the rest of the town board to be to the meetings, he's not.
Yeah,
And he's getting the same pay.
I agree. It's a good comment. It's a good comment. Yeah. If there's no more questions or comments, the town board of Pueblo is going to go into executive session to discuss a personnel issue among another issue also. So as soon as we get done with this meeting, then we will open the door and continue at the end of our meeting. Okay.